Deep within the remote and icy expanses of Siberia, stories and rumors about unidentified flying objects and mysterious extraterrestrial encounters have long captured the imagination of both conspiracy theorists and the curious public. These tales, often shrouded in the mystique of this vast and unexplored territory, speak of unidentified objects crashing into the Siberian tundra, becoming encased in ice over centuries. One of the most notable incidents that fuel such speculations is the Tunguska event of 1908, which, despite being widely attributed to a meteor explosion, has been the subject of various extraterrestrial theories. The absence of a clear impact crater led some to speculate about the possibility of an exploding alien spacecraft or an interstellar weapon test. These theories, while lacking scientific evidence, have been popularized by their sensational nature and the mystery surrounding the event. Adding to the intrigue are numerous reports of sightings of strange lights and unidentified objects in the skies over Siberia, some dating back to ancient times. These accounts often describe bizarre aerial phenomena that defy conventional explanations, leading to theories about alien surveillance or hidden UFO bases in the region. In recent years, the melting permafrost and receding glaciers in Siberia have given a new impetus to these theories. Proponents argue that as the ice melts, it could reveal hidden UFOs or extraterrestrial artifacts that have been preserved for millennia. They posit that these discoveries, if made, could provide tangible proof of alien visitations to Earth. Moreover, some enthusiasts believe that military and government agencies are aware of these extraterrestrial presences and are actively involved in recovering and studying any unearthed extraterrestrial technology. They cite restricted access to certain areas and secret military activities as evidence of a cover-up. However, these claims are often based on circumstantial evidence and lack concrete proof. It's important to note that the scientific community remains skeptical of these theories. Researchers argue that the harsh and inaccessible nature of Siberia, along with a lack of reliable communication channels in remote areas, can lead to misinterpretations of natural phenomena as extraterrestrial. For instance, atmospheric conditions in these regions can create optical illusions or unusual light formations that may be mistaken for UFOs. The Tunguska event, a massive explosion that occurred near the Tunguska River in Siberia on June 30, 1908, remains one of the 20th century's most intriguing scientific mysteries. The explosion flattened an estimated 80 million trees over an area of 2,150 square kilometers, with the shockwave being felt as far away as Great Britain. Despite its immense impact, the cause of the Tunguska event has been a subject of debate and speculation for over a century. Initially, eyewitnesses reported seeing a bluish light, nearly as bright as the sun, moving across the sky, followed by a flash and a loud thunderous sound. The explosion was so powerful that it measured 5.0 on the Richter scale. For years, the leading hypothesis has been that the Tunguska event was caused by the airburst of a meteoroid or comet about 5 to 10 kilometers above Earth's surface. This theory is supported by the pattern of tree fall, which radiates outward from a central point, consistent with the effects of a significant aerial explosion. The lack of an impact crater has been a crucial piece of evidence for the airburst theory. Unlike meteorite impacts that hit the ground and create craters, an airburst occurs when an incoming object explodes in the atmosphere due to the immense pressure of entering Earth at high speed. This phenomenon would explain the extensive area of destruction and the absence of an impact site. Scientists have conducted numerous expeditions to the Tunguska region to collect soil and tree samples for analysis. While these studies have revealed microscopic spheres rich in elements such as nickel and iron, consistent with a meteoritic origin, a definitive piece of the meteoroid has never been found. The absence of such material has led to alternative theories, including the possibility of a comet, made mostly of ice, which would have evaporated in the atmosphere, leaving little to no trace. One of the more fringe theories about the Tunguska event involves the possibility of an extraterrestrial intervention. Some suggest that the explosion was a result of an alien spacecraft crash or a test of extraterrestrial weaponry. While these ideas have captured the public imagination, they lack empirical evidence and are not supported by the scientific community. The Tunguska event has also been examined for its potential effects on the global climate. The explosion released an estimated 15 megatons of energy, and studies suggest it could have ejected massive amounts of dust and gas into the upper atmosphere. leading to temporary climatic changes. However, the precise impact on global weather patterns remains a subject of research. In recent years, advancements in computer modeling and data analysis have allowed scientists to simulate the Tunguska event with greater accuracy, shedding more light on this historical enigma. These simulations support the airburst theory and help estimate the size and composition of the object responsible for the explosion. Despite over a century of investigation and scientific inquiry, the Tunguska event continues to intrigue researchers and the public alike. Its study has not only provided insights into the potential dangers posed by near-Earth objects, but also fueled advancements in the field of planetary defense. The Tunguska event, with its blend of scientific significance and mystery, remains a captivating chapter in the history of Earth's interactions with the cosmos. The notion of entire civilizations frozen in time beneath the Siberian permafrost ignites the imagination and beckons the question, what remnants of ancient societies might lie hidden beneath these icy expanses? As the Siberian permafrost thaws, a process accelerated by climate change, the potential for archaeological revelations increases. These discoveries could be pivotal in reshaping our understanding of human history in these remote regions. The Siberian permafrost spans a vast area and has been in a frozen state for thousands of years, potentially preserving whatever lies beneath it in a near-pristine condition. This includes organic materials like wood, fabric, and human remains, which would typically decompose in other environments. Such preservation offers a unique opportunity for archaeologists to study materials that are rarely available from ancient times. One of the most striking examples of this preservation is the discovery of ancient human remains, some of which are remarkably well preserved due to the permafrost. These remains, often accompanied by clothing, tools, and other artifacts, provide invaluable insights into the lives, cultures, and even diets of people who lived in Siberia thousands of years ago. For instance, the discovery of the Siberian Ice Maiden, also known as the Princess of Ukok, revealed not only a well-preserved mummy, but also intricate tattoos and artifacts that shed light on the Pazyryk culture of the Iron Age. Beyond human remains, the thawing permafrost has the potential to uncover entire sites of ancient settlements. These could include structures such as homes, ceremonial sites, or even entire villages that were inhabited by prehistoric peoples. Such finds would significantly contribute to our understanding of the migration patterns, social structures, and daily lives of ancient populations in Siberia. There's also the intriguing possibility of discovering frozen megafauna alongside evidence of human interaction, providing clues to the relationship between early humans and these giant creatures. Artifacts like weapons or tools found in proximity to these remains could offer evidence of hunting practices or other forms of interaction between humans and megafauna. However, the thawing permafrost also poses challenges to archaeological preservation. As the ice melts, organic materials begin to decompose rapidly, meaning that archaeologists are in a race against time to locate and study these materials before they are lost. Moreover, the thawing of permafrost is leading to changes in the landscape, such as land subsidence, which can further complicate excavation efforts. The permafrost of Siberia, a vast and ancient frozen expanse, has become a source of awe-inspiring paleontological discoveries, particularly with the emerging remnants of prehistoric megafauna. Among these finds, the most iconic are the woolly mammoths, creatures that roamed the Earth thousands of years ago during the Pleistocene epoch. These mammoths, preserved in the ice for millennia, are offering unprecedented insights into a world long gone. One of the most fascinating aspects of these discoveries is the level of preservation. In several cases, mammoths have been found with their skin, hair, and even internal organs intact. Such preservation provides a unique opportunity to study the anatomy and biology of these extinct creatures in detail. For instance, in 2013, a mammoth was discovered with liquid blood still in its veins, suggesting it fell into a watery trap and froze quickly. This find has spurred discussions about the feasibility of cloning and the possibility of bringing extinct species back to life through advanced genetic techniques. The presence of these ancient giants in the Siberian permafrost also sheds light on the region's paleoecology. Analysis of the stomach contents and surrounding pollen can reveal details about the mammoth's diet and the vegetation of the time, offering clues to the climatic conditions of the Pleistocene era. This information is crucial in understanding how ecosystems have changed over time and how species have adapted or failed to adapt to these changes. Additionally, the discovery of tools and artifacts near these frozen mammoths suggests human interaction. This raises intriguing questions about early human hunting practices and the role these megafauna played in the lives of our ancestors. It provides evidence of the coexistence of humans and mammoths, contributing to our understanding of human evolution and migration patterns. The thawing of the permafrost, accelerated by climate change, is bringing more of these prehistoric creatures to light. While this provides valuable material for scientific study, it also raises concerns about the preservation and protection of these finds. The melting permafrost is leading to a gold rush for mammoth tusks, with ivory hunters keen on extracting these valuable materials for trade. This commercial interest poses a threat to the scientific study and conservation of these ancient remains. Moreover, the melting permafrost is not only revealing past life, but also impacting current ecosystems. As the frozen ground thaws, it releases greenhouse gases like methane and carbon dioxide, which were trapped for centuries. This contributes to a feedback loop exacerbating global warming, which in turn leads to more thawing. Antarctica, Earth's southernmost and most unexplored continent, has long beckoned explorers, scientists, and those with an insatiable curiosity for the unknown. Beneath its icy facade lies a complex world of geological wonders, biological richness, and mysterious phenomena that both challenge our understanding and ignite our imagination. From the hidden mountains and ancient forests entombed in ice to unexplained anomalies that spark wild speculation, Antarctica's secrets are as vast and profound as the icy wilderness itself. Join me as we embark on a journey to unravel the top 5 mysteries of this frozen land, venturing into the realms of science, history, and interesting conspiracy. Antarctica, the frozen continent at the end of the world, has long been a source of fascination and intrigue. Its icy expanses hold not only the geological and biological wonders previously mentioned, but also a series of unexplained anomalies and mysterious occurrences that have captivated the imagination of many. Some researchers and enthusiasts have speculated about the existence of hidden or lost civilizations buried beneath Antarctica's ice. Satellite images revealing unusual structures and symmetrical patterns under the ice have fueled these theories. While most scientists attribute these features to natural geological formations, the idea of ancient human settlements frozen in time continues to capture the imagination. Discoveries of such civilizations, if ever proven, would indeed rewrite human history and our understanding of early migration patterns. In recent years, there have been reports of world leaders and prominent billionaires visiting Antarctica, sometimes without clear explanations for their trips. These visits have spurred a wave of conspiracy theories and speculations about secret meetings, hidden bases, and undisclosed scientific experiments. While some believe these journeys are tied to climate research or philanthropy, others think they could be linked to something more mysterious. Antarctica is home to magnetic anomalies that have puzzled scientists. Some areas exhibit unexpected variations in the Earth's magnetic field, which cannot be easily explained by known geological features. These anomalies have led to speculations about hidden metallic objects or underground structures, further adding to the mystique of the continent. Researchers have recorded strange sounds emanating from the ice in certain parts of Antarctica. These haunting, otherworldly noises are likely the result of natural phenomena, such as wind resonating through ice crevasses or the movement of ice sheets. However, they have also sparked curiosity and speculation about unknown or supernatural forces at play. Antarctica's isolation and otherworldliness have given rise to myths and legends that permeate popular culture. Stories of hidden entrances to Hollow Earth, secret bases, and extraterrestrial encounters all find a place in the lore surrounding this frozen land. While much of the intrigue surrounding Antarctica's unexplained anomalies falls into the realm of speculation and conspiracy, these mysteries serve as a reminder of our endless curiosity. When we think of Antarctica, we often envision a land of ice and snow, a frozen wilderness untouched by time. But the discovery of ancient forests and fossilized remains tells a different story, a story of a green and vibrant past hidden beneath layers of ice. Approximately 90 million years ago, during the Cretaceous period, parts of Antarctica were teeming with life. The climate was much warmer, and lush temperate forests flourished along the coastlines. These ancient forests were home to various types of plants, including ferns, conifers, and flowering plants, as well as a variety of insect and animal species. The evidence of this prehistoric paradise has been preserved in fossil form, with discoveries ranging from petrified wood to ancient leaf impressions. These fossils paint a vivid picture of a landscape that was once as biologically diverse as any modern forest. But the ancient forests of Antarctica hold more than just plant fossils. Researchers have also unearthed remnants of marine reptiles, fish, and even dinosaur bones. These discoveries provide valuable insights into the ecosystems that once thrived in this now frozen land and contribute to our broader understanding of life on Earth during the Mesozoic era. The discovery and study of these fossils are no small feat. Unearthing these ancient remnants requires painstaking excavation in some of the harshest conditions on the planet. The extreme cold, powerful winds, and logistical challenges of working in Antarctica make every discovery a monumental achievement. Yet the rewards are profound. The fossils found in Antarctica offer a unique window into a time when the continents were arranged differently and global climate patterns were unlike those of today. By studying these ancient organisms and their environment, scientists can unravel the complex history of our planet's climate, geological evolution, and biological diversity. Deep beneath the miles-thick ice of East Antarctica lies a hidden geological marvel, the Gamburtsev Mountains. This mountain range, comparable in size to the Alps, is completely concealed by the vast ice sheet that covers the continent. Its discovery in the 1950s during a Soviet expedition was a startling revelation, sparking questions and curiosity that persist to this day. The very existence of the Gamburtsev Mountains is a geological puzzle. Unlike most mountain ranges, they are not located at the edges of tectonic plates where mountains commonly form. Instead, they're situated at the heart of the continent, far from the typical geological forces responsible for mountain building. How did such a massive mountain range come to be in this unlikely location? Scientists have proposed several theories to explain the origin of the Gamburtsev Mountains. Some believe they were formed over 1 billion years ago during the assembly of the supercontinent Rodinia and have been preserved due to the unique geological conditions of Antarctica. Others suggest that they might be the result of a more recent geological activity, such as the collision of ancient land masses or upwelling of magma from the Earth's mantle. Exploring the Gamburtsev Mountains presents enormous challenges. The ice covering the range is often more than 2 miles thick, making conventional geological studies impossible. To see beneath the ice, researchers have utilized cutting-edge technology such as ice-penetrating radar and seismic imaging. These tools have revealed glimpses of the hidden peaks and valleys, but much remains to be discovered. The study of the Gamburtsev Mountains is not just a curiosity. It has broader implications for our understanding of the Earth's geological processes. By uncovering the secrets of these hidden mountains, scientists can gain insights into the forces that shape our planet, the dynamics of ice sheets, and even the history of climate change. The ice above the mountains contains valuable records of the Earth's past climate, offering clues to the future behavior of Antarctica's ice and its potential impact on global sea levels. The Gamburtsev Mountains are a reminder of the awe-inspiring complexity of our planet. Hidden from view, they challenge our perceptions. We are reminded that even in the most explored age of human history, our world still holds secrets waiting to be discovered. Buried beneath more than 2 miles of solid ice in the heart of Antarctica lies Lake Vostok, one of the largest and most mysterious subglacial lakes on Earth. Sealed off from the outside world for more than 15 million years, Lake Vostok is a hidden realm that has piqued the curiosity of scientists, explorers, and dreamers alike. Lake Vostok's isolation has preserved it in a state that might closely resemble the conditions found on icy moons like Jupiter's Europa. The extreme cold, immense pressure, and complete absence of sunlight have created an environment that challenges our understanding of where life can exist. Yet the lake might harbor microbial organisms that have adapted to these harsh conditions, potentially providing a unique glimpse into the very limits of life on Earth. The exploration of Lake Vostok is a challenging endeavor that pushes the boundaries of technology and human ingenuity. Drilling through the massive ice sheet without contaminating the pristine waters below requires precise techniques and careful planning. The Russian Vostok station, situated above the lake, has been instrumental in these exploratory efforts, with scientists successfully reaching the lake's surface in 2012. Yet the secrets of Lake Vostok are not easily unveiled. The few samples obtained so far have revealed tantalizing hints of microbial life, but a comprehensive understanding of what lies within the lake's dark waters remains elusive. The complexity of studying an environment so remote and so carefully shielded by nature has made every discovery a hard-fought victory. The scientific significance of Lake Vostok extends beyond the bounds of biology and into the realms of geology, climatology, and planetary science. The ice sheet above the lake contains layers of ice deposited over hundreds of thousands of years, acting as a chronological record of Earth's climate. By studying these layers, scientists can reconstruct past climate conditions, shedding light on the Earth's climatic history and helping to predict future changes. In the remote wilderness of Antarctica's McMurdo Dry Valleys, a startling phenomenon captivates the eyes of those fortunate enough to witness it. The Blood Falls, a 5-story waterfall, oozes from the Taylor Glacier's ice like a slow bleed, staining the pure white snow with a color that can only be described as blood red. But what causes this unsettling sight? The answer is both scientific and deeply fascinating. The red hue is the result of a high concentration of iron salts in the water, which rusts upon contact with the air. But the source of this iron-rich water is where the real mystery begins. Trapped beneath the glacier, a subglacial lake has been isolated from the atmosphere for nearly 2 million years. Within this dark, saline environment, an ancient microbial ecosystem thrives, cut off from sunlight and surviving in extreme cold and salinity. The study of these microbial life forms has opened new doors in understanding life's adaptability. These extremophiles have developed unique biochemical pathways to sustain their existence in conditions that were once thought to be inhospitable for life. As scientists study these organisms, they unravel secrets that may provide insights into the possibilities of life on other planets, especially in environments similar to the cold, dark brine beneath Antarctica's glaciers. But the exploration of the Blood Falls is not without its challenges. Drilling into the ice to access the subglacial lake requires specialized equipment and careful consideration of environmental impacts. Researchers must balance the desire to uncover the mysteries of this ancient ecosystem with the need to preserve its delicate balance. Did you know that the coldest temperature ever recorded on Earth was -128.6 degrees Fahrenheit, and it was recorded in Antarctica? But what if I told you that beneath this hostile, frigid expanse, there might be traces of ancient civilizations? Sounds outlandish, doesn't it? But stick with me, because this icy mystery is a rabbit hole that goes deep into our past. Today we're going to delve into a world that is often overlooked in our discourse about ancient civilizations, the frozen continent of Antarctica. Now, Antarctica might be the last place you would think of when it comes to ancient civilizations. After all, it's the coldest, windiest and driest continent, a harsh landscape covered in ice up to a mile thick. It's seemingly inhospitable, an icy wilderness that is the definition of desolation. And yet, what if I told you that this freezing wasteland may have once been a bustling hub of ancient activity? Through the ages, Antarctica has been subject to a variety of hypotheses and theories. It has always been a source of mystery, partly due to its inaccessibility and the harsh conditions that make exploration a formidable challenge. Some theories suggest that this continent, now hidden beneath miles of ice, was once home to ancient civilizations that we can hardly imagine. These theories often hinge on controversial interpretations of satellite imagery, ancient maps, and unique structures spotted under the ice, suggesting human or perhaps even non-human activity. One of the most famous pieces of evidence is the Piri Reis map, a pre-modern world map compiled in 1513 by the Ottoman admiral and cartographer Piri Reis. Part of this map shows the northern part of Antarctica, ice-free, which has led to speculations about ancient maritime civilizations with advanced geographical knowledge. Critics, however, argue that the map is a compilation of multiple sources, some of which may have been flawed. Satellite imagery of Antarctica has also led to intrigue and speculation. In 2006, Google Earth users spotted a formation in Antarctica that looked uncannily like a face, leading to suggestions of a lost civilization. Scientists, however, think that this is a natural phenomenon known as pareidolia, where the mind perceives a familiar pattern where none actually exists. The most provocative theories suggest that ancient alien civilizations could have once made their home on the icy continent, pointing towards supposed pyramid-like structures visible beneath the ice, though these claims are yet to find any substantial scientific backing. So, what is the truth? Is it possible that an ancient civilization could have once existed in this inhospitable landscape? Or are these theories the products of overactive imaginations and misinterpreted data? It's time for us to embark on a journey of exploration and discovery into the icy depths of Antarctica. We're all familiar with the mysteries of the ancient world, but Antarctica's mysteries are, well, colder and much more unusual. There are theories that take our understanding of ancient civilizations and flip it on its head, painting a picture of a past that is both startling and thought-provoking. Let's delve into some of these unconventional theories, each with its unique blend of mystery, speculation, and a dash of audaciousness. The first, and perhaps the most known, is the hypothesis that Antarctica is the lost continent of Atlantis. Proponents of this theory suggest that around 12,000 years ago, the entire continent was shifted from a temperate zone to the South Pole due to Earth's crust displacement, a controversial idea put forward by Charles Hapgood in the 1950s. This cataclysmic event, they suggest, froze the sophisticated Atlantean civilization in a matter of days, preserving it beneath the ice. But what about those pyramid-like structures I mentioned earlier? Some theorize that these are remnants of this ancient civilization. These structures, visible via satellite, bear an uncanny resemblance to the pyramids of Egypt and Central America. However, most scientists argue that these pyramid-like formations are likely the result of natural erosion and wind patterns unique to Antarctica. And then there's the theory of an ancient extraterrestrial outpost in Antarctica. It's been suggested that some of the unusual formations and anomalies found on the continent may be the remains of alien technology or structures. Proponents of this idea often cite supposed UFO sightings and unexplained phenomena in the region. But again, these claims have not found widespread acceptance in the scientific community. And let's not forget the speculation surrounding ancient maps, like the Piri Reis and Orontius Phineas maps, which seem to depict the Antarctic coastline free of ice, suggesting that the cartographers had knowledge of the continent long before it was officially discovered. Skeptics, however, argue that these maps are based on guesswork and mistaken interpretations of other landmasses. The Piri Reis map has long been a subject of fascination among historians, cartographers, and conspiracy theorists alike. Drawn in 1513 by Ottoman admiral and cartographer Piri Reis, this map illustrates parts of Europe, Africa, and the Americas with surprising accuracy for the time. But the intrigue doesn't stop there. The southernmost portion of the map seems to depict the northern coastline of Antarctica, a landmass not officially discovered until 1820. But how is that possible? Some proponents of unconventional theories suggest that the map is evidence of an advanced ancient civilization that had detailed geographical knowledge long before modern science. They argue that the Piri Reis map, along with other similar cartographic anomalies, proves that ancient mariners must have charted the Antarctic coast when it was free of ice, a situation that hasn't existed for over 34,000 years according to current scientific understanding. The details of the Piri Reis map are remarkable. It is said to include mountain ranges that were not discovered until the advent of modern seismic surveys, and even features a detailed depiction of the Andean Range in South America, which is surprisingly accurate for a 16th century map. However, skeptics caution against reading too much into these observations. They argue that the map's supposed depiction of Antarctica could be based on a misunderstanding of the South American coastline. As for the extraordinary detail, they suggest that this could be the result of synthesis from a variety of sources, some of which may have contained errors or embellishments. Despite the debate, one fact remains. The Piri Reis map is an extraordinary piece of historical cartography. It offers a glimpse into the knowledge and skill of early 16th century navigators and the seafaring cultures that produced them. And although the debate around the Piri Reis map and its implications for our understanding of ancient civilizations will likely continue, it undeniably continues to add a layer of mystery to that is Antarctica. As we continue to dig deeper into our past, we are left pondering, what else is waiting to be discovered? As you might expect, the scientific community's perspective on the possibility of ancient civilizations in Antarctica is rooted in a careful analysis of available evidence and our current understanding of geology, climate history, and human development. Firstly, Antarctica is and has been for millions of years the coldest, driest, and windiest continent, with temperatures that can drop below -80 degrees Celsius. Surviving in such conditions would be a monumental challenge for any civilization, ancient or modern. Thus, the idea of a long-lost society thriving in this frozen landscape seems unlikely. In terms of geology and climate history, our current understanding tells us that Antarctica has been covered in ice for about 34 million years. This was confirmed by ice cores drilled deep into the Antarctic ice sheet, which provide a record of past climates. This leads us to question, if Antarctica has been an icy wasteland for millions of years, how could an ancient civilization have existed there? Furthermore, the timeline of human evolution and migration also complicates the idea of an ancient Antarctic civilization. Modern humans are believed to have emerged around 300,000 years ago, and our ancestors began to migrate out of Africa about 70,000 years ago. But even if they could have reached Antarctica, the extreme conditions would have made survival virtually impossible. That said, the scientific community is not dismissive of all unconventional ideas. The Piri-Reis map, for instance, does raise interesting questions about the knowledge of ancient seafarers. However, rather than attributing this to a lost civilization, most scientists would likely view it as a testament to the skill and knowledge of the historical societies that we already know about. Let's delve into the realm of the deepest human-made hole and consider the climatic history of Antarctica. The title for the deepest humans have drilled into the Earth goes to the Kola Super Deep Borehole, located in Russia. This ambitious drilling project reached a staggering depth of about 7.5 miles or 12 kilometers before it was stopped in the early 1990s. Even this depth, however, is still less than 0.2% of the Earth's total radius. As for Antarctica, deep ice cores have been drilled, but these extend only a few kilometers down, providing a record of hundreds of thousands of years of Earth's climate history. This brings us to the climatic past of Antarctica. According to geologists, Antarctica has not always been the frozen land we know today. The continent was once part of the supercontinent Gondwana, which existed in the southern hemisphere millions of years ago. Fossil records indicate that Gondwana was home to a variety of plant and animal life, suggesting a much warmer climate. Around 180 million years ago, Gondwana started to break apart. Antarctica slowly moved to its present location over the South Pole, and by about 34 million years ago, the continent was rapidly cooling. This cooling trend culminated in the formation of a permanent ice sheet. However, while there were fluctuations in the extent of the ice cover due to global climate cycles, Antarctica has been largely icy for millions of years. There are indeed hypotheses suggesting that parts of Antarctica could have been ice-free and warmer during certain periods due to factors like geothermal heat and changes in Earth's orbit. However, these periods likely occurred millions of years ago, well before humans existed. Thus, while Antarctica may have once been a warmer, hospitable place, this would have been in a geological era far removed from the advent of human civilization. Despite this, the question of Antarctica's past and its secrets continue to captivate scientists and explorers, keeping the icy continent firmly in the realm of intriguing exploration. What if I told you that one of the most secretive and mysterious places on Earth is also one of the coldest? A place that holds hidden mountain ranges, alien-like landscapes, and clandestine meetings of the world's most influential figures. A place that has been agreed upon by nearly every nation to remain untouched, yet is the subject of countless expeditions and rumors of covert operations. We're talking about Antarctica, a land of snow and ice and a hotbed of intrigue. So let's embark on a chilling journey to the world's southernmost continent, shall we? Antarctica, Earth's southernmost continent, home to sub-zero temperatures, colossal glaciers, and a distinct lack of permanent residents. But this isn't just a barren, icy wilderness. In fact, it's a place that piques our collective curiosity. Could this frozen wasteland be teeming with secrets just waiting to be uncovered? Antarctica boasts an array of fascinating and unique geographic features, the likes of which can't be found anywhere else on Earth. Its expansive ice sheets, the largest single mass of ice on our planet, are powerful enough to influence global weather patterns and sea levels. Beneath this icy surface lies a diverse landscape of mountains, valleys, and even subglacial lakes, their secrets perfectly preserved by the unforgiving cold. Amid these extreme conditions, life persists. Antarctica is home to a rich array of wildlife, from the regal emperor penguins to the tiny hardy tardigrades. Yet human habitation here is temporary and limited, with no native or permanent residents. The people who do venture here are usually scientists living in research stations, studying everything from climate change to astrobiology, in conditions that are as close as we can get to those on other planets. And then, of course, there's the ominous polar night, and for about half the year the sun never rises over the Antarctic horizon, plunging the continent into months of relentless darkness. Imagine standing there, beneath the ethereal glow of the aurora australis, the frozen plains stretching out before you as far as the eye can see, untouched and silent. It's in this profound silence and isolation that one begins to wonder, what secrets does Antarctica hold? Why do people, some of them very influential, visit this icy, inhospitable wilderness? Could there be clandestine meetings occurring in the hushed silence of its frozen expanse? Antarctica's enduring allure lies in its isolation, its extreme conditions, and its inaccessibility. It's a place that challenges our understanding of life and survival, a testament to nature's raw power and resilience. It's a place of mystery and beauty, of ice and isolation. But the real question that hangs over this icy wilderness is this: what secrets does it hold? Let's start by exploring the enigma that is Antarctica. So we've talked about the famous faces who've been to Antarctica and the ambiguities surrounding their trips. But what about the mysterious missions that have taken place in this frozen wasteland? Because as it turns out, Antarctica has been the stage for several undertakings that still baffle us today. Let's begin with Operation High Jump. This expedition, led by the United States Navy in 1946, was officially a scientific and exploratory mission. But the scale was staggering. Around 4,000 personnel, 13 ships and numerous aircraft were involved, making it the largest Antarctic expedition ever. Officially, the mission was to establish a research base and to test military hardware in extreme conditions. Yet the operation ended abruptly, well before the planned 8-month duration. Why was that? Well, the official explanation was unfavorable weather conditions, but conspiracy theorists suggest there might be more to it. Another significant event was the Soviet Union's Antarctic expeditions in the late 1950s and 60s, particularly the establishment of the Vostok Station. Beneath this station lies the hidden Lake Vostok, a vast untouched body of water cut off from the world for possibly millions of years. Could the Soviet Union have been interested in something more than just scientific research? But perhaps one of the most intriguing stories of Antarctic exploration is the British Operation Tabarin of 1943. Officially, this mission aimed to provide a British presence in the Antarctic, denying access to the area for enemy ships and submarines during World War II. But the secrecy surrounding it, plus the establishment of permanently occupied bases, led to speculations about potential ulterior motives. All these missions, while draped in the mantle of science and exploration, had undertones of military strategy, geopolitical influence, or, according to some, even darker purposes. Whether it was the Americans, the Soviets, or the British, each expedition left behind a legacy of unanswered questions. What were these nations truly seeking in the vast, icy expanse of Antarctica? The answers, much like the continent itself, remain in mystery and ice. Now, you may be wondering, who are these high-profile visitors we're talking about? Well, over the years there have been several intriguing instances of noted individuals journeying to the Antarctic. Let's delve into a few of these enigmatic encounters. One of the most famous figures to visit Antarctica was none other than the Secretary of State of the United States, John Kerry. This happened in 2016 during the last days of his term in office. What makes this trip interesting isn't just the timing, but also the reasoning. While the stated purpose was to learn about the effects of climate change, conspiracy theorists suggest there could be more to the story. Then we have the case of the revered Apollo astronaut Buzz Aldrin, who journeyed to the South Pole at the age of 86. The official reason? A tourist visit. But Aldrin's trip, given his NASA background, spurred theories about potential extraterrestrial interests in the region. Rounding up our list is Prince Harry of the United Kingdom, who trekked to the South Pole with wounded veterans in a charity event. But was this just a charity event, or was there something else to this royal visit? And let's not forget the Russian Orthodox Church's Patriarch Kirill, who also visited a Russian scientific base in Antarctica. His motive? To bless the continent, or was there a hidden reason? All these visits by people from different nations and fields, each with their own stated reasons, seem to suggest that there might be more happening on this icy, deserted continent than meets the eye. Given the constraints and difficulties of getting to Antarctica, one has to ask, why would these people from various parts of the world take the time and effort to visit this inhospitable land? And why do these visits often seem in secrecy or ambiguity? Is it merely a coincidence that these powerful figures chose to venture to the Earth's southernmost point? Or could there be clandestine motivations hidden beneath the iceberg? We can only hypothesize and wonder as Antarctica continues to keep its secrets well guarded. The allure of Antarctica doesn't end with its geopolitical intrigue or its VIP guest list. The land itself holds secrets that baffle scientists and thrill seekers alike. For instance, beneath its icy surface, Antarctica hides the Gamburtsev Mountains, a mountain range as grand as the Alps, entirely buried under miles of ice. Discovered in 1958 by Soviet scientists, these ghost mountains remain a mystery, with scientists still unsure how they formed or why they haven't eroded away. But it's not just mountains that Antarctica keeps under wraps. Lake Vostok, which I mentioned earlier, is another of Antarctica's hidden marvels. It's one of the largest lakes on Earth by volume, and it's been sealed off from the world under kilometers of ice for 15 million years. Who knows what kind of life might have evolved in its dark, cold waters over such a vast span of time? Even stranger are the eerie phenomena that occur on the icy continent. Take the Blood Falls, for instance, a flow of iron-rich water that stains the Taylor Glacier a horrifying shade of red. Or the massive, nearly perfect circular hole in the sea ice, known as a polynya, that keeps appearing and disappearing in the Weddell Sea, baffling scientists. Then there's the Bloop, an ultra-low-frequency, high-amplitude underwater sound detected by NOAA in 1997. While scientists think the noise is most likely from icequakes, others believe it could be a giant, unknown sea creature lurking in the icy depths. But perhaps the biggest secret of all is the mystery of what lies beneath the ice. Scientists have found evidence of warm caves heated by volcanic activity that could potentially host life. Additionally, satellite imagery has revealed strange, unnatural-looking structures beneath the ice, leading to wild speculations about lost civilizations or even extraterrestrial bases. These elements, together with the political and historical mysteries we've discussed, make Antarctica a hotbed of intrigue. Despite its frigid temperatures, what secrets does this icy fortress still hold? Only time, exploration, and science can tell. Let's begin with a question. What is the only continent on Earth without a native human population? If you guessed Antarctica, you'd be correct. This naturally leads to the question, who owns Antarctica? Interestingly, nobody does. In fact, the continent is governed by a pioneering piece of legislation known as the Antarctic Treaty. The Antarctic Treaty, signed in 1959, is an unprecedented international agreement that has been in place for over half a century. This groundbreaking pact, ratified by 54 parties as of now, suspends national claims to territory in Antarctica, making the continent a shared scientific preserve. But what's even more fascinating is that it prohibits military activity, mineral mining, nuclear testing, and nuclear waste disposal. Imagine the foresight it took to keep one of Earth's last frontiers free from exploitation and conflict. Antarctica, in essence, represents a remarkable experiment in international cooperation and peace. It's an attempt to maintain the pristine condition of the continent and its ecosystems for future generations. The treaty also encourages freedom of scientific investigation and cooperation between nations, and this cooperation has led to some monumental discoveries in fields like geology, glaciology, and climatology. Not to mention, it has provided us with invaluable insights into the history of our planet and the effects of climate change. Now, while all these regulations are in place, the treaty doesn't explicitly ban human presence or certain types of activity. It has specific provisions for inspection and observation by any party, at any time. However, the mystery deepens when we learn that while countries have the liberty to send scientific expeditions, many reports suggest that VIPs and important figures have visited the icy continent under hushed circumstances. So, why would these important personalities want to visit the coldest, windiest, driest, and arguably the harshest place on Earth? Is it the allure of the untamed wilderness? Or are there secret meetings taking place beneath the guise of scientific expeditions? The conjectures only add to the aura of mystery that surrounds Antarctica. The icy fortress of Antarctica, filled with political VIP visitors, daring missions, and natural wonders that defy comprehension. Whether it's secret meetings, ghost mountains, eerie sounds, or potential extraterrestrial bases, Antarctica continues to baffle, intrigue, and fascinate us. As the world advances, so does our curiosity and our ability to explore these remaining frontiers. Only time, exploration, and science will reveal the full scope of Antarctica's secrets. Have you ever pondered the fascinating journey that maps have made through history? How have they evolved from simple drawings on cave walls to the sophisticated digital maps we use today? But in the midst of this evolution, there exists a curious oddity: the Pinkerton map of 1818. This map presents a version of Antarctica that's strikingly different from the ice-covered wilderness we know. So let's navigate through the rich history of cartography and unravel the mystery of the Pinkerton map. Let's begin our journey with a look at the dawn of cartography, the study and practice of making maps. You see, our ancestors from as far back as the Upper Paleolithic era were the first to feel the urge to document their surroundings. The earliest examples of maps date back around 14,000 years as cave paintings. These cave paintings, found in various locations around the world, such as the Lascaux Caves in France or the Adora Caves in Italy, didn't depict vast landscapes or complex geographical elements. Instead, they focused on local areas, often depicting hunting grounds or animal migration patterns. Moving forward to around 2300 BC, we come across the ancient city of Nippur, located in modern-day Iraq. Here, a town plan engraved on a clay tablet stands as one of the oldest known maps, providing a more detailed and organized representation of human settlements. This was an epochal shift as it showed that humans had started understanding their spatial relation to the surroundings, a fundamental concept in map-making. Then came the maps of ancient Egypt, primarily used for tax collection purposes, which showed the course of the Nile and the locations of different estates. There were also the early cave drawings in China, including the ancient star maps etched onto the ceilings of the Dunhuang caves, indicating an understanding of celestial navigation. The Greeks, renowned for their mathematical prowess, revolutionized map-making. The works of Anaximander, Herodotus, and particularly Eratosthenes set the stage for the methodical science of map-making. These maps were limited in their geographical scope, mostly documenting the Mediterranean and Near East regions. However, these initial strides in cartography were more than just lines on clay, parchment, or stone. They were indicative of humanity's innate desire to understand, navigate, and make sense of the world around us. And this, my friends, was just the beginning. As we arrive at my favorite part now, we're going to delve into the Pinkerton World Map, a unique artifact from the 19th century cartographic world. Named after its creator, Scottish cartographer John Pinkerton, the map presents a view of the world that both embodied the understanding of its time and hinted at the mysteries still unsolved. Created in the early 1800s, the Pinkerton map offers a remarkably detailed depiction of the continents, particularly given the technology of the era. It reflects an era of burgeoning imperialism and exploration, with territories often drawn along colonial lines. The major continents of Europe, Asia, Africa, and the Americas are laid out with striking detail, but our focus here is particularly on the depiction of the less explored and most mysterious continent, Antarctica. Pinkerton's map is interesting because it leaves Antarctica largely a mystery, a stark contrast to the detailed portrayals of the other continents. Antarctica is partially depicted, suggesting the cartographer's awareness of a southern landmass, yet its true extent and shape remain ambiguous. This limited representation reflects the prevailing knowledge about Antarctica at the time. It was a place shrouded in mystery, with its icy interior largely unexplored. The incomplete depiction of Antarctica can be attributed to the fact that the Pinkerton map predates the first confirmed sighting of the Antarctic mainland by the Russian expedition, led by Fabian Gottlieb von Bellingshausen and Mikhail Lazarev in 1820. It's interesting to note that the map's portrayal of Antarctica is largely conjectural, pieced together from the accounts of whalers and explorers who had ventured into the frigid Southern Ocean and had reported sightings of icebergs and land. This incomplete depiction of the Antarctic continues to fuel various conspiracy theories and speculative fiction about lost civilizations and hidden treasures. The Pinkerton map stands as a tantalizing testament to the time when the world still had blank spots, spaces left for the unknown and the imagined, spaces that ignited human curiosity and the spirit of exploration. Now let's shift our focus on the fascinating mystery of Antarctica as it pertains to cartography and history. The Pinkerton map, with its conspicuously incomplete portrayal of Antarctica, only deepens the allure surrounding this icy continent. But why has Antarctica become the focal point of so many mysteries and theories? Well, first, let's establish some facts about this southernmost continent. It's the coldest, windiest, and most isolated place on Earth. Covered by ice that averages more than a mile thick, Antarctica remained unknown and unseen by humans until the early 19th century. Even today, it's largely uninhabited, save for scientists residing in research stations. This extreme remoteness and inaccessibility, coupled with its late discovery, has fueled speculation and mystery for centuries. Over the years, Antarctica has been subject to numerous theories and conjectures. Some have hypothesized that it could be the location of the lost city of Atlantis, the mythical civilization described by Plato. Others propose that the continent might be home to secret military bases or even alien outposts. Theories have also emerged suggesting the presence of vast networks of warm rivers and lakes beneath the icy surface capable of supporting life. While much of this is speculative and unproven, it does highlight our enduring fascination with this largely unknown territory. From a cartographic perspective, Antarctica is also interesting due to the numerous anomalies and discrepancies that have appeared in maps over the centuries. For instance, the Piri Reis map, created by a Turkish admiral in the 16th century, allegedly shows Antarctica without its ice, a detail that continues to baffle researchers given the map's age. Moreover, even after Antarctica's official discovery, it was often inaccurately depicted or entirely omitted from many maps, further adding to its mystique. As we continue to explore and understand this unique continent, we unravel more of its secrets. Yet despite our advances in technology and exploration, Antarctica retains an aura of mystery, captured so well in the incomplete rendering on the Pinkerton map. It serves as a reminder of the vast frontiers yet to be fully explored and understood on our own planet. Moving on, we enter the era of a man named Claudius Ptolemy, an astronomer, mathematician, and above all, a geographer who lived in the Roman Empire in the 2nd century AD. Ptolemy's contributions to cartography were pivotal in the development of the discipline, shaping it into the science we know today. In his revolutionary work, Geographia, Ptolemy compiled and consolidated the geographical knowledge of the Roman Empire. But he did much more than just provide a list of places and their locations. Ptolemy introduced the use of longitudes and latitudes in the form of a gridded network. This system was a significant development in map-making, allowing for a standardized way to express location and navigate across the globe. However, it wasn't just about the mathematical precision. Ptolemy also introduced the idea of projecting the spherical Earth onto a two-dimensional surface, which we know is a fundamental challenge in map-making. His most famous projection, known as the Ptolemaic projection, distorted size to maintain accurate shapes, a concept widely used in modern cartography. Ptolemy's work was remarkable for its time, but it was not without errors. For instance, he greatly underestimated the Earth's circumference, leading to a smaller, more condensed representation of the known world. Despite these inaccuracies, Ptolemy's influence on the science of cartography cannot be overstated. He paved the way for the explorers of the Middle Ages, who used his system of latitude and longitude to navigate the world's oceans. His works, rediscovered and translated into Latin around the 15th century, became a basis for Renaissance mapmakers and explorers pushing the boundaries of the known world. Now let us dive into the Age of Exploration, a period ranging from the 15th to the 17th century that was marked by extensive overseas exploration from European powers. This era of curiosity and daring gave rise to the intricate science of modern cartography and saw unprecedented advances in mapmaking. In this era, the discovery of new lands and sea routes necessitated the creation of accurate maps. Cartographers began to adopt a system of projection influenced by Ptolemy that allowed them to draw the Earth's round surface on a flat piece of paper. They employed advanced techniques and principles to represent the Earth's features realistically, showing coastlines, bodies of water, and significant landmarks. One notable figure during this period was Gerardus Mercator, a Flemish cartographer whose 1569 world map introduced a cylindrical projection known as the Mercator projection. His projection preserved the angles and shapes of land masses, a critical feature for navigation, but resulted in significant distortion of size as you move away from the equator. Meanwhile, the Portuguese cartographer Pedro Reinel created the oldest known signed Portuguese nautical chart around 1504. His works, alongside other cartographers from the Lisbon School of Cartography, were instrumental in the development of nautical charts with their focus on practical use for navigation. However, the Age of Exploration wasn't just about European cartographers. Globally, various cultures were developing their own techniques for mapping. For instance, the indigenous people of the Marshall Islands in the Pacific Ocean used stick charts, which employed shells and sticks to represent waves and islands. The maps from this period reflected not just geographical knowledge, but also the political and cultural context of their time. They often included fantastical beasts and mythical lands, reflecting the sense of wonder and mystery that was characteristic of the Age of Exploration. It was an age of intrigue, discovery, and the quest to conquer the unknown. Finally, at last, we arrive at our present day, the era of digital cartography and satellite imaging. But don't let modernity fool you. Today's techniques carry on the rich tradition of the past, albeit in vastly more complex and sophisticated ways. However, even with all the technology at our disposal, the challenge of capturing our planet's intricate details remains, offering a captivating blend of art, science, and technology. In the modern era, we've graduated from parchment and ink to GPS and satellite imagery. But despite this shift in medium, the essence of cartography, understanding and representing our world, remains unchanged. The advent of satellite technology has allowed us to map the entire globe with an unprecedented level of detail and accuracy. From the comfort of our homes, we can explore remote corners of the Earth, observe changing weather patterns, and even monitor the movements of wildlife. Google Earth, for instance, is an incredible example of modern cartography. It compiles satellite imagery and aerial photography to produce a 3D representation of the Earth's surface, accessible to anyone with an internet connection. It has democratized the world of maps, allowing anyone to become an armchair explorer. But it's not just about exploration. Modern cartography plays a critical role in urban planning, disaster response, climate studies, and much more. Geographic Information Systems, or GIS, integrate spatial data with other types of data to help us understand patterns and relationships in the world around us. From tracking the spread of diseases to optimizing public transport routes, GIS has become an essential tool in diverse fields. And yet, in all this progress, maps still carry an element of subjectivity. Mercator projections, commonly used in online maps, can distort sizes of countries near the poles, leading to misconceptions. No map can perfectly represent the Earth's spherical surface on a flat plane without some form of distortion. So even today, the art of map-making involves trade-offs and choices, echoing the challenges faced by ancient cartographers. In conclusion, whether we're peering down from satellites or analyzing data on our computers, we continue the timeless pursuit of understanding our place in the world. From early star charts to Pinkerton's world map, to the hyper-detailed maps of today, we've made immense strides. And yet, as the mysteries of Antarctica remind us, there are always new frontiers waiting to be charted. Antarctica, the frozen frontier of our planet, covered in ice and mystery. While its vast white expanses might appear barren at a glance, recent discoveries have unveiled a realm teeming with ancient secrets and perplexing anomalies. From remnants of primeval forests and elusive marine life to tales of man-made mysteries and potential ancient viruses, the icy depths of Antarctica continue to challenge our understanding of Earth's history. As we venture deeper into the stories of meteorites from space, maps predating known expeditions, and the controversy of pyramidal structures, we are reminded that even in the most desolate corners of our planet, there remain tales waiting to be uncovered. Antarctica, often visualized as a vast and desolate icy wasteland, is more than meets the eye. Spanning over 14 million square kilometers, this frozen fortress protects myriad mysteries of our planet's past. Its ice sheets, which hold about 70% of the world's fresh water, stretch out imposingly, some up to several miles thick. These layers serve as time capsules, preserving the evidence of millennia in their icy confines. But it wasn't always this way. Once, Antarctica was connected to other continents as part of the supercontinent Gondwana. Its current location at the southernmost point of our planet is a result of tectonic plate movements over millions of years. These shifts, driven by Earth's dynamic internal forces, have transported Antarctica from temperate zones to its current polar position. Imagine, if you will, a time when this snow-covered land was green and teeming with life. Around 90 million years ago, during the Cretaceous period, Antarctica was home to dense temperate rainforests, not unlike those in New Zealand or South America today. The fossilized remnants of trees, ferns, and various plant species found within the ice offer conclusive evidence of this lush past. What's truly astounding is that during this period, the continent would have been in almost the same position it is today, experiencing months of continuous daylight and darkness. Scientists speculate that carbon dioxide levels were much higher than they are now, leading to a greenhouse effect that warmed the Earth, making it possible for forests to thrive in these polar regions. To think of tall trees, dense undergrowth, and perhaps even dinosaur footprints under the midnight sun adds an entirely new dimension to our understanding of Antarctica's history. It serves as a reminder of Earth's ever-changing nature and the impermanence of even its most steadfast landscapes. The frozen Antarctic ice holds secrets not just of the lands, but also of the ancient waters. Diving deep into the history of Earth's oceans, some of the most startling discoveries from beneath the ice are fossils of prehistoric marine life. Jaw-dropping finds include the colossal plesiosaurs and ichthyosaurs, marine reptiles that once ruled the world's oceans. These creatures, with elongated necks and massive fins, thrived in the colder waters of prehistoric Antarctica. Fossils, some almost perfectly preserved, paint a vivid picture of the behemoths that once roamed these waters. Evidence of prehistoric sharks, fish, and a plethora of marine organisms suggest a bustling and vibrant aquatic world, contrasting sharply with the frozen desolation we associate with Antarctica today. What's fascinating is how these ancient creatures adapted to the extreme conditions, with some species possibly using anti-freeze proteins, much like the present-day Antarctic fish. Such evolutionary traits provide invaluable insights into the survival mechanisms of ancient marine life and their adaptation strategies in an ever-changing world. But not all that lies frozen beneath the Antarctic ice is a relic of the natural world. Over the past century, as humans explored this final frontier, many artifacts and remnants of our own history got embedded within its frosty embrace. From forgotten expeditions to crashed aircraft, the ice has trapped more than just natural wonders. Explorers from the heroic age of Antarctic exploration, like Ernest Shackleton and Robert Falcon Scott, left behind tools, equipment, and even personal items, which have sometimes been discovered almost perfectly preserved in the ice decades later. These artifacts provide a haunting, almost time-capsular glimpse into the perils and challenges faced by these early pioneers. More modern mysteries also pepper the landscape. Stories of World War II aircraft, lost during secret missions, being found decades later add a layer of intrigue. Even in the cold, remote expanse of Antarctica, the human footprint is discernible, weaving a tapestry of adventure, exploration, and sometimes tragedy. Deep within the cold heart of Antarctica lies an unexpected treasure: meteorites. But why is Antarctica such a hotspot for these extraterrestrial relics? The answer lies in the movement of the ice. Remnants from the birth of our solar system constantly fall to Earth. While they drop everywhere, finding them in most parts of the world is like seeking a needle in a haystack. However, the vast white expanse of Antarctica provides an excellent contrast, making these dark rocks relatively easier to spot. Over time, as ice sheets flow towards the mountains, meteorites trapped within get carried along, congregating at the surface in certain areas. Scientists have uncovered specimens from the Moon, Mars, and even from ancient protoplanets that no longer exist. Each discovery serves as a cosmic postcard, narrating tales from distant corners of our solar system. For researchers, these Antarctic meteorites are invaluable. They have not only expanded our understanding of space, but also presented opportunities to test theories about our own planet and its place within the cosmos. If the meteorites are messages from space, then the ice cores of Antarctica are Earth's memoirs, each layer recounting tales of our planet's climatic past. These cores, extracted from deep within the ice sheets, offer time capsules that span back hundreds of thousands of years. Every year, snow accumulates on the surface of Antarctica, trapping air bubbles. As more snow accumulates, these layers get compressed into ice, preserving the air bubbles within. By examining the gases and isotopes in these bubbles, scientists can infer past temperatures, atmospheric composition, and even the levels of greenhouse gases. These ice cores have revealed some startling facts. For instance, they show cycles of Earth's natural climatic changes, from ice ages to warmer interglacial periods. But more crucially, they give us a benchmark, highlighting the unprecedented speed and impact of modern-day climate change caused by human activities. Such records have been pivotal in our understanding of global climate phenomena, validating models, and even offering a forewarning of potential future scenarios. In a rapidly changing world, these frozen chronicles from Antarctica emphasize the need for stewardship and caution as we navigate the challenges of the Anthropocene. Imagine an entity so ancient and foreign that its very existence challenges our understanding of life. Within Antarctica's icy embrace, scientists have discovered just that, ancient viruses, some of which predate modern humans. As researchers bore deep into the ice, they sometimes stumble upon pockets of water that have remained isolated for millions of years. Within these pockets, they found evidence of microbial life forms and, more notably, the remnants of ancient viruses. Some of these viruses have no modern counterpart, representing entirely new branches of the viral tree of life. But why does this matter? For one, studying these ancient viruses can shed light on the evolutionary pathways of modern viruses. They also raise a poignant question about life's tenacity and adaptability. If viruses could thrive in such inhospitable conditions millions of years ago, it broadens the scope of understanding where life can exist, not just on Earth, but perhaps other celestial bodies. There's a curious piece of parchment that has puzzled historians and archaeologists alike, the Piri-Reis map. Created in 1513 by Ottoman admiral and cartographer Piri-Reis, this map, drawn on a piece of gazelle skin, depicts the western coasts of Europe and North Africa and the coast of Brazil. But more intriguingly, it appears to show the northernmost part of Antarctica, not covered in ice. How is this possible? Antarctica's coastline, free of ice, hasn't been seen by modern humans. This raises the baffling question: from where did Piri-Reis source this information? He himself mentioned that his map was based on older sources, some perhaps dating back to the time of Alexander the Great or earlier. Could ancient civilizations have had the capability to explore and map the icy continent? While some skeptics believe that the depiction of Antarctica is either coincidental or a misinterpretation, others lean into more speculative theories, suggesting ancient maritime civilizations with advanced cartography skills, or even attributing the knowledge to extraterrestrials. Beneath the miles-thick ice sheet of Antarctica lies a hidden world of subterranean lakes and rivers. These aren't small puddles or trickling streams, but vast lakes, some rivaling the volume of our known Great Lakes. Lake Vostok, for instance, is the largest of these subglacial lakes, with a surface area comparable to Lake Ontario. But it's not just the lakes themselves that are of interest, it's what might be living inside them. These lakes have been isolated from the rest of the world for up to 25 million years, and yet, astonishingly, they're not devoid of life. Scientists have discovered extreme microorganisms that have adapted to the cold, high pressure, and pitch-dark environment. These extremophiles challenge our understanding of life's resilience, and its ability to adapt to the harshest conditions. Studying these unique ecosystems isn't just a curiosity. They offer insights into the origins of life on Earth, and possibly the types of life that might exist on other icy worlds, like Jupiter's moon Europa or Saturn's moon Enceladus. If life can thrive in the depths of Antarctica's hidden lakes, where else might it be lurking in our solar system? Antarctica, with its icy, otherworldly landscape, might seem like the last place you'd expect to find pyramids. Yet a series of images and claims have surfaced suggesting pyramid-like structures exist on the frozen continent. These allegations have given birth to numerous conspiracy theories, ranging from ancient advanced civilizations to extraterrestrial involvement. Photos depict what appear to be sharp, pyramid-like outcrops emerging from the snow. Some believe these are evidence of man-made structures, perhaps created by a lost civilization that once inhabited Antarctica when it was a more temperate land. They argue that these pyramids could be the last remnants of this ancient society preserved in the ice. However, scientists and geologists largely dismiss these claims. The prevailing explanation is that these are natural formations, known as nunataks. Nunataks are mountain peaks that protrude through ice caps but are not covered by glaciers. Due to the forces of erosion and glaciation, they can sometimes take on pyramid-like shapes.